Wish I could walk away. Wish I didn't have to see your face again. I wish I could, but I can't. I wish I could.
Welcome back to Whiskey Oval _TV, getting ready to rock and roll with the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. The 410 sprint cars, man, these things absolutely fly. We're out here at Cedar Lake Speedway. I believe it's race number 4. Got the point standings here, man. Qualifying is underway. A 5-minute qualifying run for this field. Right now, Ross is up there on the top of the charts with the quick time of 11.1 and 2.5 is Zach right there, right on his tail with the 11.2. But man, the 4 car lay down one hot, fast lap. Carlin, 11.2 as well. Sean and Brown and Trey, both of them running that 11.2 and 11.274 to round out the top 5. Got a completely full field of cars here tonight as well. Over 25 machines. I believe we have about 28 or 29. One driver did not qualify. So we go from 11.1 all the way down to about a 12.0. 0.9 second difference. A little bit of race info for Cedar Lake Speedway as we get ready to kick off tonight's heat race number 1. Track length is 0.29 miles. City, New Richmond. Sponsors up there in the top right-hand corner as well. XSLR Cross Series Racing League. If you guys like to put your skills up to the test, go check that out on Facebook. Move down that logo down a little bit. Sheer Saloon as well up there in the top right hand corner. Cedar Lake Speedway, and definitely has a weird shaped turn number 1, almost a D-shaped. Just 20 seconds left. We'll get stuff kicked off. Here's the point standings for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. Colby right now is leading it. I don't see him in the lobby though. We have machines out there on the racetrack right now. Here's the blimp mode of Cedar Lake. Turn 4 gets pretty tight. Outside wall comes up on it, comes up to you pretty quick. Getting things just set up on my side, double checking everything. Looks like everything's good. Sound bars are moving up and down. Chat is up. All right, we're ready to set. Ready, set, go. Let's get some racing underway. Heat race number 1, Ross Momentum Sim Sports, the number 4 machine, will be on a pole. Trey, the driver that's sitting 8th in points right now, he's starting on the outside of the front row for heat race number 2. You have Patrick Spangler there in 3rd place. Josh 4th, Alex fifth. You have Sam with FSI Motorsports. Two teammates there in that third row. Actually, fourth, fifth, and sixth place are all teammates. And that's always fun. Terrell Wheeler and Noel Anderson rounding out the heat race field. One driver, Noel Anderson, is not making the grid to the starting line. Definitely want to start for he raced quite well. It's pretty obvious. Top three advance straight to the Mac Daddy Show. Pace trucks rolling, the field's rolling. These 410 sprint cars are bound to let loose around Cedar Lake. 44 machine at Trey, rocking that all gray, black, and a little bit of lime green. The driver that's on pole, the number 4 machine of Ross. Speed Shop 51. Racecraft there on the engine cover. Patrick Spengler always got to watch out for this driver, the number 10 machine. Once he gets hot, he's pretty dang quick. Outside of him, Apex Auto Glass for Josh. Sam J. Price back here in the 19 machine, and then you have Terrell Wheeler rounding out the field. Pace truck is off, music off. Let's get green flag racing 410 sprint car for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League around Cedar Lake. Not having the best of time. That's Alex. He's going to pull off the racetrack. He's going to call it good. Alex Hannon there, the TikTok guy there on the side of that machine. So here we go, breaking down the race field. Ross, number 4 machine, he's laying down the hot fast lap right now as he goes down the backstretch and into turn. It's number 3 and 4. Patrick Spengler is going to capture second place as of right now with Trey right all over his back bumper. Trey working the bottom side slide, jump for P2. Patrick Spengler tries to do the crossover. And he's going to give him right back to him in turns 3 and 4. Trey's going to hang tight there on the outside wall next to the high and scary line. Ripping the cushion around turns 1 and 2. These drivers are duking it out early on. Lap 6 of 10, 1 minute and 10 seconds in the heat race number 1. And the number 4 machine of Ross has completely pulled away. Ross just now entering turns 3 and 4. And our guys that are in second and third place, they're 1.92. Actually, they're 2 seconds behind the race leader now as these drivers are still duking it out. Top 3 advanced, so these guys are in the A main show as of right now. With 2 laps to go, man, you got to wonder. Don't want to cause an accident, don't want to get tangled up. But, yeah, you still want to race hard. But, man, you're in the race show if you can just come across the finish line. Here we go, one more time around Cedar Lake. Patrick Spengler to the bottom side, Trey to the high side, a little bit of contact, drag race down the backstretch. A 44 machine tries to shut the door on Spengler. Now hot finish to the checkered flag, and Spengler's going to finish that last and final transfer spot. Sam J. Price outside looking in with Josh and Terrell. The number 5 machine, Alex, man, I think he banged that outside wall a couple of times. He race 1 results up there on your screen right now. Grid for heat race number 2. Heat race number 1, man, the leader kind of completely ran away with it. But, man, second place, we're battling it out for all 10 laps. Zach with SSR Elite Sim Racing, the 07 machine, will be on a pole. Clayton Tilley, Momentum Sim Sports driver, will be to the outside with Daniel Boyd, Vortex Sim Sports. Be sitting there in that third spot. Making up the outside of the second row is going to be Steven Frenberg, the number 29 machine, driver out of Pennsylvania. Cody Olson, driver from the Northwest, the number 6 machine, will be starting that third row with Mike Sorum, the 69 machine, will be making up that 6th spot. And the last spot for heat race number 2, give it to Adam Thompson, 244 driver, out from the West. Will be in that 7th spot. Top 3 advances, so that driver will have some work to do. Cedar Lake Speedway heat race number 2, the exact same format. Top 3 advances. And we're going to shimmy and shy for 10 laps. Zach, the 07 machine, that SSR Elite Silver Racing driver. There it is. Chrome red wheels. King's Clothing there on that top wing. You have Speed Shop 51 to his outside of Clayton Tilley. Here we go. Stack them up, pack them up. Let's shimmy and shive down into turn number 1. Steven Frenberg is who we're on board with right now, the number 29 machine, as he may have just got a little bit of a tap from his buddy of Cody Olson there. As they rip the lip around turns 1 and 2, they're going to drag race down the backstretch. Steven Frenberg out the side of the top 3 right now. He's sitting in P4. First guy on the outside of the bubble, and this is a driver that is inside the show right now, halfway home to mama this time by. We're working lap 5 of 10, just shy of 1 minute. Goodness gracious, these machines are flying. Best lap time, 11.43, and that was just last lap from Mr. Clayton Tilley as he tries to hunt down a race leader of Zach. Outside shot, though. Steven Frenberg. You have Cody Olson. They're going to duke it out one more time. 29. Frenberg slide job right up in front of Cody Olson. Olson going to give him a little tap. Body slams him to the outside wall. Frenberg hits hard to the outside wall and turns 3. And man, running there in 4th, 5th place, he's going to be way out, and his car is completely broke. So back to our race lead, and here we go. Side by or nose to tail right now. Right rear tire all the way next to the outside wall. Zach tries to block that slide job. He's going to slide it on up. White flag wave. Clayton Tilley takes the lead on the white flag. Last time down the backstretch, there it is. Will he try to block that slide job? No, he won't. Not going to care much for it, though. Tilley, last lap pass, is going to take home the checkered flag for heat race number 2. Zach's going to come home in P2. And Daniel Boyd sent him straight to the Mac Daddy show. Olson will have to work his way up from the lower mains to try to get to the feature show. But man, last lap pass, hunting him down too. He had a pretty good lead. Leaders take off very, very well here. He raced 2 results one more time. Man, that is Frenberg. Absolutely smashed the outside wall. I think they made a little bit of contact. There it is. Clayton, Zach, Daniel. Getting ready to rock and roll with heat race number 3. Carlin, driver from Carolina, number 7 machine on a pole with Phil to his out assignment. That's going to make up the front row. Making up the second row is going to be Matthew with Phantom Motorsports, with Jason Randolph, the Firm Motorsports driver, number 47. Chad Center will be making up that 5th spot with Eric Johnson to his outside, the number 28 machine. Cole, not going to even try to attempt the last name. The number 27 machine will be making up that last and final spot for heat race number 3 for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. If you guys would like to join this section, want to put your skills up to some tests with some 410 sprints, check out Nodak Outlaw Sim League on Facebook. Shoot them a message, get joined up, and come race on Sunday nights here on WhiskeyGoble_TV. This time by, we'll be going to green, a flag, racing that pace truck will be making that hard left-hand corner. The number 7 machine of Carlin, the Rocket Racing setup guy. You have Phil with Nodak Outlaw Sim League's logo all over that car, and there we go. The leader shoots off like a cannon. And they are beating and banging back here. Phil, he started on the outside of the front row. Right now, he's being shown in fifth spot as he made a little bit of contact early on. So back up here to the front runners. Carlin is leading this field. The Rocket Racing setup paint scheme as he rips the lip around turns 1 and 2 and tries to haul the mail down the backstretch. Matthew Croak, the 0-2 machine, going to try to hunt down that 7 car. Last lap times being updated. Matthew 12.0, Carlin 11.7 as Jason tries to get down to the under, or Jason Randolph goes to the outside, and there it is. Jason Randolph to P2 now. Eric Johnson outside right now. Beehive Media there on that front wing. Outside of the bubble right now, trying to hunt down Matthew. Matthew has that last and final transfer spot. This field's kind of spread out quite well right now. Here's a spotter view. There's P4. Here's our first place runner, second place runner. Everyone running that high side. Little mental note there as we get down to the lower mains. Here's a rust bucket of Chad Center, the number 2 machine, just trying to make it right on around. Cole sitting there at 6, and then Phil. Tough break for heat race number 3, the driver that started on the outside of the front row. So you're watching this heat race, and you know you finish outside the top 3 in your heat race. How do you set up your car? That bottom side, man, definitely looks like it has plenty of grip. That high side looks like it's getting pretty slicked up now as we're watching our race leader for the final time down the front stretch. He's going to go take that thing straight to pit road, and the checkered flag is going to wave. So that's how that heat race is going to be. A little bit of contact, a little bit of tanglement, but no flip yet. Still waiting for that. Gotta still wait for that flip. Nighttime racing though. They don't even start in the daytime. Straight up dark whenever we kick off qualifying, all the way through the Mac Daddy Show. Here's Grit. Heat 4, moving right along. Driver from the Frozen Land up north. That's going to be Sean Brown, the driver from Canada. Kenny Hoffman, Elite Sim Racing, the number 1 machine, to his outside. Josh Hofer, FSI Motorsports. Lots of FSI guys in here tonight. The number 94 machine, he'll be starting there on 3rd row. And Brady Roderick, R&R Inc. Esports, a double deuce. Ryan 9 Racing, number 9 machine, be starting there in 5th place. Wyatt 6th place, and then Craig will be rounding out the field there in that 7th spot, the 00 machine. Outside shot, 7 cars. Actually, Ryan's not going to make the start, so only 6 cars. All you got to do is finish in that top 3 to make your Sunday night a little bit nicer. Do not want to miss the A main on a Sunday night and then have to wake up and go to work Monday morning. Here we go. Stack them up, back them up, and look at Sean Brown shoot out like a rocket. Side-by-side battle. This is for 3rd and 4th place. So Kenny Hoffman, the number 1 machine, all the way to the outside wall. That was Brady Roderick, I believe, there to the bottom side. Yes, it is. Now Kenny Hoffman's going to get him back as Brady gets loose coming up in turn 2. So Kenny Hoffman up to that final transfer spot right there in that P3 spot, that golden spot. Brady had it. Brady Roderick did have it. He got loose coming up in turn 2. He lost all sorts of momentum. And Hoffman was able to put down the power. And Hoffman's not done yet as he tracks down Josh Hofer now. Number 1 machine, putting that right rear tire all the way next to the outside wall. Josh Hofer working that bottom side part of the racetrack. Now the middle side. Drag race down the front stretch and into turn at number 1. Josh sees him up there, but yet has taken his line away. And maybe a little bit too late now as Hoffman is going to try to work around him there on the high and scary side, and he's going to do it. So Kenny Hoffman sent him to P2 as he just taps the outside wall. Sean Brown is our race leader right now, but man, I can't keep my eyes off of P2. Contact once again. Hoffman trying to shut the door down in down into turn 3, but was unable to do it. And man, a lot of drivers might be watching this battle right now and seeing Josh Hofer work that bottom part of the racetrack and making it work as well. White flag is going to wave. Top 3 spots. This is for battle P2 and P3. Hoffman to the outside in an all-white machine. Josh Hofer going to try to take his line away, maybe. Middle side drag race to the line. Give it to the number 94 machine. And a very good, strong run. The first car down to the inside line was Josh. And he was able to hold off Kenny Hoffman for that P2 spot. Curious if any drivers seen that. Wanted to make a little bit of adjustment. Might want to start working that bottom side of the racetrack. Everyone else wants to go up there. Sean Brown was our race leader there, or was our race winner there in Heat 4. Did not cover him much, but he was absolutely gone. Absolutely blazing trails right there. So we get ready to rock and roll with the C main event now. 8 drivers, top 3 advance. And here we go with the grid lineup. Gonna be 8 drivers in it. Sam J. Price, FSI Motorsports driver. He'll be on pole with Eric Johnson to the outside. Josh, the Firm Motorsports guy, the 05. He'll be starting that second row with Chad Center to the outside of the second row. Making up the third row, give it a Terrell Wheeler. And Cole, the number 27 machine, and Alex, 7th, and Phil rounding out the race field. Phil did have a halfway decent qualifying run, started on the outside of his heat race, and then it just went downhill very quick for him. See if he can bounce back. The Rust Bucket, Chad Center there on the outside of the second row. We'll see if he has anything. Top 3 advances. And here we go. Pace truck's off a very slow race start there. And man, the outside lane just did not want to go. And we're off to the races with some 410 sprints. C main event. Don't want to end your night early. Phil all the way to the outside. Phil gets a little loose. He's going to barely miss. He may have clipped somebody, and we're still racing. Alex Hanna, the number 5 machine, up to P5. Eric Johnson sitting in 4th place. And then the Rust Bucket of Chad Center, the number 2 machine. As he hauls them all down the back stretch, going to put that right rear tire there on the cushion. Eric Johnson going to capture 3rd place. So Eric Johnson is now up into that final transfer spot. Race leader Sam J. Price, man, he took off like a complete rocket. The outside lane did not go whatsoever. And this driver right here has already moved up 4 spots in 5 laps. Halfway home to mama here in the C main event. And everyone's trying to get this spot right here. Alex has it. Everyone else wants it. 3 wide down the backstretch and into turn 3. Phil may get a 2-for-1 dinner deal with that 14 car. The all-green car. 28 car hits the outside wall. Eric Johnson taps the outside wall. He was able to gather it right back up, though. Did lose some speed with some laps winding down. On board with P2 right now as these drivers are going to duke it on out. Josh outside. You have Alex to the inside now. We seen last race, the bottom side was able to hold off that outside wall, and I think the number 5 machine may have took some notes on it. Got a lot of grip down there. Alex to P2 now. Gap is up there on your scoring tower. Josh at 2.1. The guy that's in 4th place, Eric Johnson, white flag waves. He's about 1.4 seconds away from P3. So for the last time for the C main event, and here it is, our number 19 machine did exactly what he needed to do, and he goes to the A main show. Alex and Josh are going to keep continuing racing. Everyone else, Eric, Phil, Chad, and Terrell, and Cole are going to end their night here in the C main event. Some tough racing. Sometimes you just gotta have some luck. Sometimes you gotta have some luck, and you know, maybe some guys may need a crash for you as well. Here we go with the grid for the B main. Exact same thing. We're going to top three are going to advance with Cody Olsen is going to be on pole with Brady Roderick to the outside, making up that second row. It's going to be Adam Thompson and Craig. Third row is going to be Mike Sorum, the number 69 machine, with Wyatt to his outside, be there in P6. Steven Frenberg, driver out of Pennsylvania, the number 29 machine. We're making up that 7th spot with Ryan Nelson, number 9 machine, with 9 racing. We're starting 8th spot. One more spot, Ryan. You would have matched your number once again. Nolan Anderson, R&R Inky, sports the number 64 machine. Be rounding out the field, and Anderson got some work to do in that 64 car to make it up to the top 3. And there it is. Sheer Saloon there on the number 69 car. Hard to miss that paint scheme. Some luck may need to go a couple of drivers' way just to verify. It is top 3. Here we go. Green flag out. Cody Olsen's going to lead the field down for lap number 1. Brady Roderick right there on the Nerf bar of that number 6 machine, and now you see it, everybody on that bottom side of the racetrack. Everyone's been noticing some drivers there on the bottom side was able to hold off that fast high line early on, and now everybody back down to the bottom side. And man, it's a very shallow line though. If you miss it, your wheels will just start to spin. Adam Thompson there in the 3rd spot. You have Mike Sorum. Sheer Saloon there on that top wing of that 69 car, trying to hunt him down as he gets a little loose, and there it is. All that power on those rear wheels with a slicked up racetrack. You got to have all sorts of throttle control. Inside the cockpit, look at that, not even going to the outside wall, just trying to stick right where that dry dirt, or right where that grip is. Down the backstretch into turn 3 once again. Mike Sorum trying to put on pressure on Adam Thompson. Thompson trying to hold him off, and Mike gets loose. So it's going to be a good battle all the way down to the end. Only 4 laps, so the 69 machine does seem like he's a little bit quicker than Thompson. But right now, Thompson has it, and he just needs to protect that bottom side of the racetrack. Best lap time up there on the scoring tower now, and there it is. 69 machine does have it with a 12.68. Just keeps getting loose coming off the corners. 2 laps ago, Cody Olsen, Brady Roderick, they may try to duke it out down into turn number 3. Roderick gets a very good corner entry, hard on the brakes. Almost tapped the rear end of Olsen, but had to put on the brakes quite hard. White flag one more time around Cedar Lake Speedway. Olsen has it. Roderick trying to capture it, trying to figure out a way around him. Not going to be able to, and Cody Olsen's going to win the B main. Adam Thompson, Mike, you have Craig, Steven Frenberg, and Wyatt. They're in that 5th, 6th, and 7th spot. As warm-up is underway, I'll take a very small break. Warm-up is not long at all. I'll put up the best lap time, and then I'll put up their last lap time. But, man, little side note, though. All those drivers are seeing that bottom line. It looks like they're going to reset the racetrack. They are. They're going to reset the racetrack. So if you thought... so there it is. However you want to run it. If you want to run the high side early on and just try to get a huge lead before the track slicks up, or if you just want to set your car up down to the bottom side and wait for the track to get all slicked up. I have no idea. But there it is. Warm-up is underway. Sean Brown, quick time as of right now. With the checkered flag out here in warm-up, Sean Brown, 11.113 is going to be the fast time out there here at Cedar Lake Speedway. But no one cares about that now because it's time to go Mac Daddy Racing with 410 sprint cars for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League. Everyone tries to jump into their machines, get set up. One driver jumped in and he jumped out. He may try to do a setting change. Sponsors up there in the top right-hand corner. Much appreciated once again. And here we go. Practice is over with. Qualifying is over with. Heat race 1 through 4. The C main, the B main is all done with. It is time to go A main racing. With some 410 sprint cars, and here we go for the grid. The man that's starting on pole. For the Mac Daddy show is going to be Ross, Momentum Sim Sports driver number 4. Clayton Tilley to his outside, Momentum Sim Sports driver. Carlin will be starting there in the second row with Sean Brown to the outside. Making up the third row is going to be Trey and Zach. Fifth row, give it to Jason and Josh. Patrick Spangler 9th, and Daniel Boyd with Vortex Sim Sports will be making up that 10th spot. Matthew Croak and Kenny Hoffman, Elite Sim Racing, making up the 11th and 12th spot. On down the list is going to be Sam J. Price and Cody Olson. Alex with FSI Motorsports will be 15th. Brady Roderick, Josh, and Adams making up those last and final spots. And here we go. Ross, Clayton on the front row. Pace truck is off the racetrack here at Cedar Lake Speedway. It's time to shimmy and shive down at the turn at number 1. Leading lap number 1 is going to be this driver right here of Ross Kinzer, the number 4 machine, ripping the lip, and there it is. Everybody slowly moving up to the high side early on in this 30-lap A main feature as we are starting lap number 4 now. Drivers are absolutely flying around Cedar Lake Speedway as we're only 44 seconds in and already 4 laps down. Battle for P2, Carlin and Zach. They're going to battle it out. Carlin to the outside, the SSR Sim League, or Sim driver of Zach down to the bottom side, a little loose there on the number 7 machine. Jason Randolph, the number 47 machine, had a very good season last season. He's rounding out that P5 now as he's working that bottom side part of the racetrack. And here's the battle right here of 44 and the 8 of Trey and Sean and Brown. Dana Overton says, let's go Brown. And Sean right now, Mr. Brown, is holding that P6 spot. Everybody else is everyone trying to jockey for position. All green flag laps so far. Kenny Hoffman back here in the 8th spot. Patrick Spangler, very good heat race that driver had. He's back here in 9th, battling out with Hoffman. And there it is. Patrick Spangler gets loose right when I start talking about him. Patrick Spangler gets loose, and he goes right into the infield grass there on the number 10 machine. And the first caution of all race long is going to come out. Josh pulls out into the pit as well. He's going to go try to grab some service. As everyone slows up all that 410 horsepower, and we'll have to restack them and repack them. Yellow flag came out, and here we go. Don't know if this was it. I don't think it was. I think it was right before. Here we go. This is Patrick Spangler. This is driver that caused a yellow flag. We'll see what happened to him. Works out bottom part, just gets clipped right onto those tires, and there it is. Finally just breaks loose. That rear end goes right around on him. Luckily, no damage, though, but here we go. Let's stack them up, pack them up. The lights on the paint truck is off. We'll be going green flag racing this time by as we work lap 9 of 30. Lots of racing to do, but man, these 410s, they tear up this racetrack very fast. Ross gets a very good jump. Clayton Tilley holds on to P2. 3 wide racing down at the turn. Number 1, the number 7 machine. Carlin tried to put it 3 wide. Sorry, the 07 of Zach did. And here's a view out of Matthew Croak's machine. The 02 as he just gets tapped on the front end. Josh Hofer just came up a slight bit, did not know that he was there, but this is out of the driver's eyes right now. This is what they have to deal with. Dust is flying, the lights are up, the moon is up, the sun's down. It is Mac Daddy racing time, lap 13 of 30. Matthew Croak back here in the 11th spot, one spot out of a top 10 finish. 79 machine, Daniel Boyd, haven't talked much about him. He's right there in front of him. Back up front we go as we are just one lap shy of halfway home this time by. Ross is trying to hold down the lead. He has led all 15 laps. Clayton Tilley does a wheel stand down the backstretch. Tilley tries to put that right rear tire, and he may have went a little bit too high. Trying to grab the whiskey off the top shelf, and he may have grabbed the wrong bottle. He just taps the outside wall, dragged down the backstretch once again into turns 3 and 4, and check this view out. Right rear suspension. Check out that big right rear tire and how close it gets to that outside wall, trying to get everything he possibly can out of that car. Carlin is not done yet. He's in P3 right now. Best lap time up there on your screen right now. A 12-point flat for our race leader of Ross. But our last lap times, and there it is, 1-2, matching each other's lap times with a 12.6. Carlin with a 12.7. Zach sitting back there in 4th place runs a 13.2. I'll throw the gap up as well, and there's a track map as we are 10 laps left to go, and lap traffic is going to come into play. Lap traffic's right here in front of our race leader, and here we go. They're going to have to slice and dice. And could this draw a big storyline for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League here at Cedar Lake Speedway? And we have a car flipped over, and the caution is going to wave. And some drivers are going to get very, very lucky that they did not get lapped. The driver was stuck right on his side. I seen it at the very last minute. So everyone will have to slow back down, and we'll restack them and try it again. Only 9 laps. That did the first 2 drivers, 1-2. I know they did not want to see that as everyone waits for the pace truck. But P3 on back, they probably definitely wanted to see it. Racecraft Solutions, Speed Shot 51. Here we go with the caution flag. Cody Olsen is showing red. We'll see what happened to Olsen. There's our race leaders. They're in the middle part of your race screen. That's our race leader, and that's Clayton Tilley, the guy that's running P2. But Cody Olsen brought out the caution as he does a little wheel stand down the front stretch. And once again, man, that was a gracious tip over there. Another driver got victim with those tires. Single file restart this time. Here we go, back under green flag conditions. Clayton Tilley trying to hold on to that back bumper, everything that he possibly can. Tilley definitely has a lot of speed there in the number 51 machine. You have Cure back here in P3. You have Zach in P4. Zach may get a little pressure by Trey, and here we go, side-by-side battles. Hold on to it, kids. The 44 machine, Trey almost stuffed the 07 of Zach into the outside wall, but these drivers know what they're doing. Left just enough room. Jason Randolph trying to advance his spots, almost made it 3 wide. He's back there in 7th spot right now with Sean Brown right there behind him. Trey, Kenny Hoffman, they're going to throw Duke. Slide job for Trey. They're in the number 44 machine. Kenny Hoffman seen it, crossover. Now here comes Randolph. He's going to try to get underneath that 44 car. With only 4 laps to go, let's check up on with our race leaders on the Ford machine of Ross is still leading it. Clayton had a half a second gap behind him. P3 kind of all by himself right now. You have Zach about a half a second off of him, though. Not out of the woodworks yet. The 2-7 cars, the 7 and the 07, they may find each other here in the closing laps. If they haven't already. Cure trying to hold back the 07, and here comes the SSR Elite Sim Racing driver. As they just hit the outside wall. Cure taps the outside wall. 2 laps to go. Sorry, 3 laps to go. Now 2 laps to go. Just shy of 9 minutes, 8 minutes and 49 seconds into the Mac Daddy show. This thing gone by quick. I thought a lot more drivers were trying to work that bottom side of the racetrack. It just does not look like it's going to. Ross has a 1.2 as second lead. So for the final time around Cedar Lake Speedway and led all 30 laps of the A-Main show, Ross is going to bring home the checkered flag. Clayton Tilley coming home P2. Cure P3, Zach 4th, Kenny Hoffman rounding out the 5th, rounding out that top 5 spot. So with fireworks shooting off, Ross did exactly what he needed to do and just dominated this race, winning by over a second and winning and leading all 30 laps. And we finished this thing under 10 minutes. That's a fast day made. We jump into the Discord. We'll try to interview the top 3 as fireworks still shoot off. Only 2 cautions there in the A-Main. Final results up there on your race screen right now. You can pick out your favorite driver. See where they finished out at. Ross is going to win it. Clayton second. Cure third. Zach fourth. Kenny Hoffman fifth. Jason Randolph sixth. Man, I thought some drivers that were looking for a very good night did not turn out well for him. Patrick Spangler running very well early on. Inside the top 10, but Spangler, right when we started talking about him, he fell victim to that to the inside tires. Brought out the first caution. So he's going to finish there in that 16th spot. Adam Thompson 15th. Brady Roderick finishing in that 14th. So some interviews now. We got the 3rd place driver of Cure, the number 7 machine in Cure. Man, 410 sprint cars at Cedar Lake. That looked fun.
Yeah, just kind of missed my setup a little bit, I guess, but I don't think I still would have had anything for Ross and Clay. They were super fast, but yeah, pretty good race, pretty fun heats and everything. Yeah, good run.
There in the closing lap, I believe it was you and Zach. You guys were, Zach closed right onto your back bumper, and then I think you hit the outside wall with about 5 to go.
Yeah, I just kind of lost my rhythm with that caution and then tried to knock down the wall in front of Zach. He was a little bit faster than me at the end, but I think we both were just kind of losing it a little bit and trying to run down Ross and Clayton. They were super fast.
They're in the lower mains when the track got slicked up. Everyone was trying to get down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Here in the A main, not very many drivers working that bottom side. I think all top 5 drivers were next to that outside wall.
Yeah, I got the bottom working a little bit at the beginning, but it slicked off, and I don't know. I just had to move up to the top, ran the top pretty much the rest of the race. Nothing down there at the end at all.
Well, that was fun, man. Congratulations on this third and this podium spot of third place. Over 28 drivers signed up tonight, so finishing in 3rd place. That's always fun to do, man. So you got any shout outs that you like to give?
I'd like to thank Rocket Racing Setups, Rocket Racing Graphics, BG Products, Carolina BG, you guys for putting on the broadcast, and then Philip for putting on the league.
Much appreciated. We'll see you next Sunday night.
Yep, thank you.
Clayton Tilley, he's going to be the driver that finished in that 2nd spot. And Clayton, man, trying to hunt down Ross, man, but just fell a little bit short.
Yeah, it's a shame that we had that yellow there with the lap traffic. I think that's where we had our chance to get him. Ross is really good around this track, especially when he's out front. So, yeah, it was always going to be hard to chase him down if he got the lead, but I just thought I had something for him there until that yellow, and that sort of threw that out the door.
Yeah, that was going to make a pretty good storyline. I was pretty excited right when you guys caught the back end of the field that some guy flipped over, got caught on those inside tires. Did you have a game plan whenever you guys did catch the lap field, or was you just going to go with the flow?
Sort of take it as it comes. You can never really plan these things with lap cars. They don't tend to usually hold a line, so you just go wherever's free and hope for the best. I suppose that's the beauty about being in second, is you get to see where the leader goes and try and pick the opposite and hope for the best. But didn't quite work out. We didn't get there.
Well, man, a very, very strong run for you. Some very fast lap times, but man, finishing in P2s out of 28 drivers, that's always good to do, man. So you got any shout outs that you like to give?
Thank all the boys at Momentum, Ross, Josh, and all the other fellas that chip in. Obviously, our main sponsor, speedshop51.com, for all your setups, coaching, paints, photos, all that sort of stuff. And all our other sponsors too, Racecraft Simulations, Vanderpool Construction, Everything Dirt, CT Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV, RK Simtography. I'm sure I'm missing a few others, but yeah, appreciate all their help, and congrats to Ross on finally getting one over me in a league race.
Very cool, man. Well, hopefully we'll see you back next Sunday. Clayton Tilley coming home P2, but the driver that is going to lead all 30 laps is going to be Ross. And Ross, man, a very good run for you here.
Yeah, I definitely shocked myself. Couldn't have done it without Tilley finally deciding to pass the torch over to me after many second place runs to him. But yeah, was a really good night. Started off great in qualifying, and then was able to back it up with the heat, and then ended up backing it up in the feature, leading all 30.
You guys did catch the tail end of the lap traffic, but unfortunately, from my point of view, the caution came out. Didn't know if you wanted to see the caution come out right then or not, but man, did you have a game plan for those lap traffic guys, or did you just have to go with the flow with it?
I knew right away. Tilley just started reeling me in lap after lap, and then lap traffic came, and he really started closing me in, and then luckily I didn't have to deal with lap traffic. I knew it was going to be a factor, and yeah, I think Tilley would have definitely had a good shot at beating me with the lap traffic.
They're in the lower mains. The bottom side was definitely the fast way to go. Everyone was trying to fight that bottom side, but man, I believe you went next to the outside wall for all 30 laps.
Yeah, the bottom's super tricky around Cedar Lake, and if you hit those tires, it's game over. And it's just so easy to lose your momentum running the bottom there compared to just being a little off the throttle and running the top around Cedar Lake.
Well, man, congratulations on this top spot. The checkered flag in your hand, man. Congratulations. Got any shout-outs that you like to give?
Yeah, I got to thank all the guys at Momentum Sim Sport, Josh, Clayton Tilley as well, for all the great advice and coaching over the past few months. And then got to thank Racecraft Simulations, CT Designs, Everything Dirt, UDTV for all the great streams. RK Simtography for some great photos, cool chassis, and Speed Shop 51 for all the great setups and driver coaching for everybody.
Very cool, Ross. Congratulations once again, man, and hopefully we'll see you back next Sunday.
Yeah, thank you.
Ross, Clayton Tilley putting on a clinic here for the Outlaw Sim League for sure. Here's the final results one last time up there on the screen. And this is going to do it for this Sunday night. Going to make the drivers that made the A main and finished kind of where they wanted to finish. It's going to make their Monday morning work a little bit easier. Thank you all for tuning in here at WhiskeyOval_TV, either here on Facebook and or YouTube. Thank you for all the likes and shares and comments. It's always cool to see. There it is, 28 drivers. Only 18 drivers made the A main show. 10 drivers had to go home early, had to do the dishes. But this is going to be it. Going to be the end of the stream for WhiskeyOval_TV. Until next Sunday night, we'll be back with a Nodak Outlaw Sim League, the 410 Sprint Car League. If you guys like to join this action, go over there and check out their Facebook page, Nodak Outlaw Sim League. Shoot them a message, get joined up, and put your skills to the test. And just see what happens. Everyone, please take care, stay safe, have a good work week. If you guys are headed to work next week, be nice, don't be a mean person. Mean people suck, and enjoy some iRacing.com. New season out. Trying to go out and win some races in the public rooms. Those official races, sometimes they can be brutal, but sometimes they're pretty fun. Congratulations, Ross, Clayton, and Carlin for the top 3 run. We'll see you guys next Sunday night for the Nodak Outlaw Sim League.